Thanks for watching, folks. Vic McCarty here, Around America. We go to Schenectady, New York, or just outside of Schenectady, to talk to the fine folks at the Empire State Aerosciences Museum. Joining us now, John Panoski, who's been with the Aerosciences Museum since 1987, correct, John?
That is correct.
You're a former vice president, now you're a trustee. Can you tell our folks who are watching what the Aerosciences Museum is there?
Well, as I say, in 1964, General Electric had it as their flight test facility primarily until they moved out to Edwards Air Force Base in California for good reason, for weather and also space as well. But a lot of things were developed here. The flight test facility was inaugurated by a guy by the name of Jimmy Doolittle, and the folks that came there was another fellow by the name of Larry Bell, who flew in a and we had a guy by the name of Igor Sikorsky that came in a helicopter, one of the very first helicopters. So we have a little history behind us, and the county was left with the facility in 1964, and it languished in a pretty difficult situation there. Things were growing in, trees were growing all over the place, and vines. And four gentlemen got together, threw their money on the table, and bought a lease from the county. And here we are. We've got about 21 aircraft in our air park, and a total of I think it's 26 airplanes total.
And as far as the museum itself is concerned, it is truly a family-friendly environment for everyone to enjoy something, correct?
That is true, and we focus on children. We try to carry the flame and inspire young people in the aviation world.
Now, on certain Saturdays, you have a fly-in where older pilots will come in, and what happens with this?
Well, the fly-ins, as I mentioned earlier, are the third Saturday of the month, and we open up to the public. We call it a fly-in breakfast, and we serve it for approximately 2 hours from 8:30 to 10:30. And if you don't have an airplane, you still can come and visit us for breakfast.
So there you go. You can check that out. And you have guest speakers, correct?
That is correct. We have guest speakers usually every month. Sometimes we have videos that we've hooked up with a Air Museum, Western Museum of Aviation in Torrance, California, and we use their guest speakers as well.
If you had to focus in on one thing that somebody would see at the Aerosciences Museum, what would that be? What sticks out to you?
Well, we've got a numerous, our most recent exhibits is the Malta Rocket Test Facility. A fellow by the name of Dr. Werner von Braun initiated it with General Electric after World War II. He was here for approximately 9 months before he moved down to Huntsville, Alabama. But at any rate, GE was one of the first rocket manufacturers in this country, and they would build them here and flight test them at White Sands, New Mexico. That's our most recent exhibit, but we have an Amelia Earhart exhibit, which has taken some props from the movie Final Flight, which was Bruce Dern and Diane Keaton. I don't know if you recall that. And we go right on. We try to follow the historical chain from early balloon flighting. One of the first advertisements was a balloon here in 1898. And we also have a World War II exhibit, all the way up to World War II. We focus, we're infamous in that campaign.
Plenty to see there at the Empire State Aerosciences Museum just outside of Schenectady. John, you served in Vietnam, so thank you so much for your service.
Yes, and don't forget our aircraft carrier, Kagi. It's quite an exhibit. It's 38 feet long with a 2-cylinder diesel engine in it.
Empire State Aerosciences Museum. John Panoski, yes, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Come visit us.
We're going around America. This time we stopped in New York State. I'm Vic McCarty for NewsNet.
Thank you.